Elon Musk was born in 1971 in Pretoria, South Africa, into a family that seemed stable from the outside but was far more complicated behind closed doors. His father, Errol, was a strict and sometimes distant engineer, while his mother, May, a model and dietitian, encouraged his curiosity and independence. Yet even with their support, Elon often felt isolated, a shy, introverted child who struggled to fit in with classmates and faced relentless bullying that left him physically and emotionally scarred, pushing him further into the worlds of books and computers, where he discovered a universe of ideas that would fuel his imagination for the rest of his life. By the age of 5, he was already reading voraciously, devouring encyclopedias and science fiction novels, fascinated by physics, space, and technology, and spending hours alone imagining what the future could look like if humans dared to push beyond the boundaries of what was considered possible. And this obsession only grew stronger when, at the age of 12, he coded his first video game, Blastar, selling it for $500, a small financial victory but a huge psychological boost that confirmed to him that he could turn ideas into reality and perhaps change the world. Despite these early successes, life at home and school remained difficult, with a sense of loneliness and alienation, and he often retreated into projects that allowed him to control outcomes, a trait that would define his later ventures, while also cultivating an intense work ethic, reading late into the night, teaching himself programming, electronics, and advanced scientific concepts that far surpassed his peers. As he grew older, Elon's ambition became more concrete as he realized that to achieve his dreams, he would need to leave South Africa, a country he felt limited his opportunities. And so, at 17, he made the life-changing decision to leave South Africa behind, not merely to escape the mandatory military service that awaited him, but to pursue the opportunities he knew awaited in North America, a bold move that required leaving friends, family, and everything familiar, and landing in Canada with little more than determination, a strong mind, and the belief that he could build something extraordinary. He enrolled at Queen's University in Ontario, where the challenge of adapting to a new culture and environment tested his resilience, forcing him to navigate unfamiliar social dynamics while maintaining his obsessive focus on learning. And even as he immersed himself in studies, he continued to feed his insatiable curiosity by devouring books on physics, computer science, and economics, often skipping social events to spend hours in libraries or programming, a pattern that would define his relentless work ethic in the years to come. During these formative Canadian years, Elon's ambition began to crystallize as he realized that merely learning was not enough, that he needed to take risks and pursue ventures that could have a global impact. And with this clarity, he made the strategic decision to transfer to the University of Pennsylvania, a move that placed him at the heart of the United States, the country he believed would allow him to change the world. At Penn, Elon pursued dual degrees in economics at the Wharton School and physics at the College of Arts and Sciences, an unusual combination that reflected both his desire to understand money and markets, as well as his fascination with the natural universe, giving him a foundation to tackle problems in technology, energy, and space in ways that most people could not even imagine. While outside of the classroom, he began testing his entrepreneurial instincts, from small software projects to early business ideas, all while balancing the pressures of rigorous academics, cultural adaptation, and personal growth, learning to take calculated risks, endure failure, and persist despite criticism. It was during these years that Elon's personality as a visionary thinker became unmistakably clear, a person willing to dedicate countless hours to learning, experimenting, and dreaming far beyond the ordinary, building both technical skills and an unshakable confidence in his own ideas. And even as peers were focused on conventional career paths, Elon envisioned ventures that would one day disrupt entire industries, from online payments to space exploration to electric cars. And every small success and setback during his college years became a stepping stone, a lesson in resilience, and a fuel for his growing ambition, shaping the mindset that would allow him in the following years to co-found Zip2, conquer PayPal, launch SpaceX, and ultimately build Tesla into a global phenomenon, proving that leaving everything familiar behind and embracing risk, discipline, and relentless learning could transform a young immigrant student into a future icon whose vision would reshape the world. After graduating from the University of Pennsylvania, Elon Musk wasted no time putting his ideas into action, teaming up with his brother Kimball to co-found Zip2, a company designed to provide city guide software for newspapers, a venture that seemed modest at first, but would become the foundation of Elon's entrepreneurial legacy. And from the very beginning, he approached the project with the same intensity and obsessive focus that had characterized his childhood and college years, coding late into the night, analyzing market strategies, and meeting with skeptical investors who often doubted the potential of an online platform in a world that was only beginning to grasp the power of the internet. The early days of Zip2 were grueling, filled with financial constraints, technological hurdles, and relentless pressure to deliver results, with Elon sleeping in the office at times, subsisting on minimal food, and dedicating every waking moment to building a product that could compete with the larger, more established tech companies. And yet, despite the challenges, his vision was clear: to create a company that could transform how people accessed information, connect businesses with consumers, and lay the groundwork for the digital future. The road was far from smooth, as countless rejections from venture capitalists, software bugs, and market skepticism threatened to derail the fledgling company, forcing Elon to iterate constantly, negotiate fiercely, and often take personal financial risks to keep the company alive. And it was during this period that Elon's resilience, ingenuity, and willingness to endure discomfort became fully evident, traits that would define every major venture he undertook. Despite these hardships, Zip2 gradually gained traction, landing contracts with major newspapers, and Elon's relentless push for innovation paid off when Compaq acquired the company for nearly $300 million, a deal that not only provided him with his first major financial success, but also validated his vision and approach, proving that a combination of obsessive work ethic, technical mastery, and bold risk-taking could turn ambitious ideas into reality. And this success ignited a new confidence in Elon, preparing him for the even greater challenges that lay ahead, from revolutionizing online payments with X.com and PayPal to the audacious dream of launching rockets with SpaceX and transforming the automotive industry with Tesla, all of which would require the same fearlessness, persistence, and visionary mindset that he had demonstrated while building Zip2 from the ground up, showing that the world from coding software in cramped offices with minimal resources, a determined individual could create a company capable of reshaping industries and changing the trajectory of his life forever. After the success of Zip2, Elon Musk wasted no time putting his ideas into action, setting his sights on a new frontier, one that would revolutionize the way people handled money: online payments. In 1999, he co-founded X.com, an ambitious financial services and email payment company, with the goal of making banking and transactions faster, easier, and accessible to anyone with an internet connection. From the start, X.com was a bold experiment, entering a world dominated by traditional banks and skeptical consumers, and Elon approached the venture with the same obsessive work ethic that had defined Zip2, often working 100-hour weeks, coding, strategizing, and meeting with investors who often challenged his team to innovate faster than anyone else in the industry, refusing to accept mediocrity or compromise on the vision of transforming global finance. The early years were a roller coaster of breakthroughs and setbacks, from technical glitches in the payment system to heated debates among executives about the company's direction, and Elon himself faced intense scrutiny and criticism from both the media and the financial world, as many labeled him reckless for investing so heavily in a new, untested sector while risking his own fortune. Despite internal conflicts and high-pressure challenges, X.com evolved rapidly, expanding its services and acquiring Confinity, which operated PayPal, merging the two companies and eventually pivoting entirely to the PayPal brand, a move that proved decisive in establishing dominance in online payments. And through this process, Elon demonstrated not just technical genius, but strategic vision, learning to balance innovation with business acumen, to negotiate under pressure, and to persist through moments when the company's survival seemed uncertain. The culmination of this effort came in 2002 when eBay acquired PayPal for $1.5 billion, catapulting Elon into billionaire status, but more importantly, providing him with the experience, confidence, and capital necessary to pursue ventures far larger and riskier than anything he had attempted before. And while many saw the sale as an endpoint, for Elon it was only a launch pad, fueling his drive to tackle audacious goals that most people would consider impossible, such as colonizing space with SpaceX, transforming the automotive industry with Tesla, and pushing humanity towards sustainable energy solutions, all built on the lessons he had learned at X.com and PayPal about perseverance,